Hi everyone, it's Alice from Brilliant Day. I hope you're having a good week. This week's video is all about what to do if you're having an off day. Now, the first thing to say is that we all have off days, even the most successful entrepreneurs. And for me, it really is about working with my off days and looking at what those off days are telling me and responding to those needs. So first things first, if you're not having a great day today, if you're not feeling very motivated, or you've got some difficult feelings coming up, the first thing to do is to completely accept that that's how you're feeling. Because, and I know I've said this before, but what we resist persists. So if you're not feeling great, if you're feeling a bit fragile or vulnerable, if you're pushing yourself and forcing yourself in that context, you're just not going to, things aren't going to flow today and you're not going to have a good day. You're going to be resisting and pushing against yourself all day. So the first thing to do is accept that you're not feeling great. And the second thing to do is to try and get under the skin of what kind of day you're having and what are your feelings and needs. So if you're feeling demotivated today, that's an avoidance activity, an avoidance response. And avoidance is often about fear in my experience. So what are you afraid of? Have you got a presentation to prepare for and you're worried about not succeeding? Do you have an email that you need to write to a prospective client and you're worried they're not going to take up your services? Just sit with yourself and ask yourself, what's the feeling that you're having? What's the need that's coming up for you? And then look at meeting that need for yourself. So if you're feeling fearful, we believe that the opposite of fear is courage, but actually the opposite of fear is love. So if you're feeling afraid today, you don't need to be braver, you just need to be gentle and to love yourself, to honour that you're feeling afraid and to not push. So my advice, if you're feeling afraid, is to reach out to someone else. So talk to another entrepreneur, maybe your partner, if you're able to, if you've got a kind of safe relationship, talk to your mum or dad, or maybe a sibling. Share your fear and ask for reassurance. Ask people to share with you their experience when they're afraid and how they get over that. If you're feeling sad today, then the likelihood is you need to release emotion. So if, like me, you have a history of challenging mental health, then honouring your feelings may be quite difficult, but I'd really recommend that if you are feeling sad today, that you just allow yourself to feel those feelings. Some days we just need to have a really big cry. We won't cry forever, but we need to release. Similarly, if you're feeling angry today, you need to get that out too. Some of the things that might work might be some strenuous activity, maybe a walk, maybe doing some writing, but just to honour really whatever it is that's coming up for you and to feel all right about doing that. So, try and meet your emergent needs, whatever you're feeling today. Yesterday I planned to do some writing and I just really didn't feel like it. Something had come up for me in the week that was triggering some sadness and some loss and some sort of unresolved trauma, and I just had to honour how I felt yesterday, and that meant lying on my sofa for the majority of the day and having a really big cry. And do you know what? It actually did me the world of good. I had planned to do some work, but some days I just need to do that for myself. I need to honour my feelings and I need to trust that just because I'm feeling sad today doesn't mean I'm going to feel sad forever. And to trust that maybe the next day I might feel like I've got the capacity to do what I need to do. And sure enough, today I feel I've got my get up and go back. I can do this video for you now. I'm going to do some writing later. And I think that's one of the brilliant things about being an entrepreneur. I know for myself, I've set up my working life to be under my own steam. I don't need to ask permission from people to take a mental health day or to take a couple of days off if things are coming up for me. And that's what I've done this for, and it really works for me. And I know there aren't a lot of people who are sharing about this side of things, about how do we be vulnerable, sensitive people whilst also being entrepreneurs. And I just really hope that if you need permission today to feel your feelings, then that this gives you that. I give you permission to do whatever you need to be the best entrepreneur, best business person you can be. And if that means taking a couple of days off, then please do it for yourself. It's made the world a difference for me. So I hope that's been helpful. If you're feeling isolated, I'd love it if you joined us on our Facebook group. There are more details of that on my website at www.brilliant-day.co.uk. We all need people in the same boat. I know I need to be able to reach out to fellow entrepreneurs and people who understand some of the difficulties and the challenges that being an entrepreneur can bring up. So if you need that too, please join us. We'd love to have you in our Facebook community. And otherwise, I'd wish you a brilliant week.